Today, I want to share with you the reason why 92% of people never achieve their goals and what you can do to be in the top 8% of people who do. Now, today, I'm going to share with you the four biggest mistakes that I see people make, and then how you can take that, flip the script, do the exact opposite to ensure that you're a lot more likely to be in the top 8% of people who successfully accomplish their goals. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Matthew Jacob Jodwin. I'm a certified coach, and I have been since 2014. So at the time of this recording, I've been a full-time coach for just over 10 years. Now, that puts me in the unique position of being able to talk to people of all different backgrounds and all different ages and all different interest groups and ask them questions about, well, their goals and their plans and so on and so forth. One thing that I found by asking people, what are your goals for the next, say, 6 to 12 months? I've learned that statistically speaking, only about 2% of people actually have goals. Now, when I ask that question, I typically get very similar responses. Most people, when I ask them about their goals for themselves, they say, well, I'd like to be in better shape or lose a little bit more weight. I'd like to earn more money, okay? Or I'd like to have more free time or, more control over my schedule. Some people say, well, I just want to be happier, okay? Now, while I can totally understand what might make a person say that, okay, those aren't goals. Those are just wants. And everybody wants those kinds of things. Like show me one person that doesn't want to earn a little bit more money or, be in a bit better shape or be happier. That's everybody. Okay. But one of the biggest mistakes that I see people make, first and foremost, is that they don't have goals, they just have wants. And you know what to say, that vague goals produce vague results. And it's true. You know, Goals are something that are very clear, they're specific, there's something that's tangible to them, right? It's a target that you can aim at, begin to make progress towards, and potentially hit. Okay. The second biggest mistake that I see people make is they have this tendency to try to change everything all at once. Okay. They want to start exercising. They want to wake up early. They want to, cut out sugar. They want to, change up their nutrition plan and this, that, and the other thing. Okay. They want to do it all. Now, while I appreciate their attitude and that ambition, it's easy to see how something like that might kind of start to feel overwhelming after a short period of time. Okay. And that's part of the reason why a lot of people fail to follow through or stay consistent with things like New Year's resolutions or goal setting is the fact that, they try to change everything all at once and they just can't keep up with the change. Okay. The other mistake that I see people make, so mistake number three, is that we have this tendency to overcommit. What do I mean by that? Well, somebody hasn't seen the inside of a gym in almost a decade. Now all of a sudden they're made up their mind they're going to start, exercising 3 days a week for an hour each time. Okay. And oftentimes what happens there is that, the results don't come quite as quick as their effort, and there's a mismatch there. And so they either feel discouraged or worse, they hurt themselves. Okay. And again, obviously, it's easy to see how something like that, would cause a person to quit or to throw in the towel and to revert back to old patterns, old habits, and ensure that they just continue to perpetuate the same old results. Okay. And the fourth and final mistake that I see people make when it comes to setting goals is that they oftentimes lack the accountability and try to go at it on their own. And if you're anything like me, it's just too easy to, let myself off the hook or make excuses or sell myself on my own brand of BS, so to speak. Okay. And that accountability piece is so, so important. And so if you have any hopes to be in the top 8% of people who actually achieve their goals, here's what I'd suggest you do. Flip the script and do the exact opposite of all four of those points. So first, I'd set a clear goal, okay? Something specific, something that has a number or a metric attached to it with a specific deadline. I'd like to lose such and such weight by this date and time. Okay. I'd like to earn this amount of money by so and so day. Okay. Something that's clear, something that's specific, because, that specificity counts. The second thing that I'd suggest you do is pick one thing, one habit, one action, or one behavior, okay, and commit to doing that and that alone. The third thing is don't overcommit. I'd suggest you start super small. In his book, Atomic Habits by James Clear, he outlines what's known as the 2-minute rule. And he suggests that any new habit, okay, should be able to be accomplished within 2 minutes or less at first. And the reason is really simple. It's that before you can optimize a habit, first you've got to establish a habit, and that's where the power of consistency comes in. Just getting those repetitions in. And most people think that, well, what's 2 minutes going to do? But the truth is, something's always better than nothing. And it starts to flex that consistency muscle or that self discipline muscle. Okay. So starting super duper small and then stacking those little wins. The idea is you want to set yourself up for success and feel like you're accomplishing something, feel like you're making progress, feel like you're winning, because that kind of energy builds momentum and creates a situation where you feel like, okay, I can roll this into something. Okay. And that's like the snowball starts to take on a new life of its own or a power of its own. And then the last thing that I would suggest you do, if you're really to have any hopes of becoming in the top 8% of people who successfully accomplish their goals, and that's find accountability, whether that be a coach, a mentor, or an accountability partner. Find somebody to hold you to doing what you say that you want to do. I've heard a statistic that people who hire coaches are 5 times more likely, sorry, people who hire coaches achieve their goals 5 times faster than people who don't. And the reason for that is really simple, but it's a powerful one. And that you're 800% more likely to follow through on a task when you're accountable to another human being. So if anything jumps out at you from this, it's find somebody to hold your feet to the fire, to check in on you, and to make sure that you're staying focused on task and accountable to doing the things that you said that you want to do. Okay. And if you can accomplish those 4 things consistently, your chances of being in the top 8% of people who achieve their goals goes drastically higher. So good luck with that. I hope that helped. Let me know in the comments section below what resonated or jumped out at you, and hope to speak with you soon.